Okay, what is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we are going to be going ahead and breaking down my own personal teams for the upcoming treasure map. Since the uploaded video of the preparation guide, a lot of people were asking me about what my personal teams were, because I know that I did free-to-play teams in that video, but considering how big of a celebration this was, like, a lot of people summoned, and a lot of people have some of the new characters, and they're kind of wondering, you know, what's the best way to use the characters. So in this video today, I'm going to show you guys the teams that I have planned out. Now, I've already pre-made these teams. I've got an image up on the side that we'll be building these teams for you guys as well, and I'll kind of just discuss my choices along the way here. So I guess without further ado, let's get into it. Now, first of all, whenever you're building the treasure map teams, obviously link to this website is down below in the video description, by the way. But whenever you're building your teams, you always want to build your final boss team first with your highest point boosters, and then you can sprinkle out the rest of your characters on your other teams. So first of all, against Luffy. Luffy's the final boss, and Luffy is a pretty easy boss fight, right? So stage 4 against Nami, you'll get health cut and special cooldown reverse to your crewmates, rows 2 and 3 for 2 turns, and then also delay immunity as well for 99 turns. So Nami doesn't really do much aside from the special rewind, so your captains are untouched. And then the final boss, Luffy, gives you badly matching slots, 5 turns of chain coefficient reduction, 30% health cut, and then defense down immunity. Obviously, he has other things as well, but mainly you just want to look at his preemptive, because you typically want to be killing the bosses in 1 turn. You don't want to be stalling for that long on these bosses, otherwise they start doing really bad things, right? So, first thing is first, because this is the final boss against Luffy, we want to be building the highest point boosting team that we possibly can. So, of course, we are going to be using predominantly an int team, because Luffy and Nami, both bosses in this fight, are side characters. So Nami is going to be our friend captain because she's a 2.2 times point booster. So if you have Nami and Chopper, you want to be running like all of them on your team. So we'll be running a situation like this, and with 3 characters, that's already a 10.65 times boost. It's insane. Now, as for the positionings of the other characters, I'm going to be running Blackbeard as my captain here. And then I'm going to be running Katakuri, and then we're going to be running Snake Man. So with this, it's an 85.18 times team. Like, how absurd is that, right? Especially when we pull up the calculator real quick. So it's 85.18. Now remember, the treasure map bird is not calculated with this, so if you times it by 1.5, this team is 127.77 times point booster team. Like, how absurd is that? This is the highest point boost that's ever been on a One Piece Treasure Cruise treasure map before. Like, even on JP, this is the highest point boost we've ever seen, I believe. Someone may need to correct me on that, but I'm pretty sure this is the highest point boosting team that's ever been in One Piece Treasure Cruise. So this is pretty absurd. So if you're able to build a team like this, then definitely go ahead and do it. Obviously, I've gone ahead and listed the characters that I don't have. And also, by the way, I did do a sneaky off-screen multi-pull, and I did actually get my hands on this Boa Hancock, so I'm really thankful for that. So unfortunately, the only rare recruit I am missing is the new lore, which does kind of suck, but look, it is what it is. So anyways, the Luffy team is complete. We don't need to worry about this team anymore. Let's focus on the other bosses, and then the final boss against the intrusion battle against Akainu. That's the one that you can kind of just build last, because it just will be anything else that you can put together. It doesn't really make a big difference. Just build all your normal teams first, and then focus on Akainu last. Okay, so starting off with Blackbeard. He doesn't really do much, aside from the fact that he changes your orbs into badly matching, and he will go ahead and change into either a dex type or a psi type. So you want to have a nice mix of int and strength characters in order to just get around whatever color he turns into. Now, interestingly enough, all the bosses actually do some type of orb manipulation, and that's basically about it. I mean, like, a couple of them, like these two in particular, have a couple of debuffs. I think you have one, so yeah. So Blackbeard just changes orbs, so we'll get around to that in a minute. Big Mom, she has the 3 turns of burn and the rainbow shield, and also gives you a full board of bomb orbs. So specifically, one character I definitely want to use is limited rare recruit Lucy, because he's an attack booster. He gets rid of the burn, which doesn't make a difference if you're killing Big Mom on the first turn, but he also changes bomb orbs into matching, and he's an attack booster for our team as well. So limited rare recruit Lucy is like a perfect character to bring to that fight. We still need a character to remove the rainbow shield. So in this instance here, we're going to be bringing this Jesus Burgess. He's got a special that is a chain lock, 2.5 for 1 turn, and then also removes the rainbow shield as well. So with this in mind, we get around the bomb orbs, we get rid of the burn, we remove the rainbow shield, so we get a full board of matching orbs, type boost, and a chain lock just with these characters. So at this point, like, like this team is essentially complete, so we can focus on another team in terms of removing debuffs, and then we can like fill out the team once we've completed all of that. So against Kaido, again, badly matching orbs given to your team. Special bind and damage threshold are on the enemy side of the field. You get hit with a health cut as well, and there's defense down immunity. So specifically, this Doflamingo is really good, the new rare recruit one, because his special ability will actually remove both the threshold and also the special bind on your team. So a very, very good character to bring. Yeah, the silence and the threshold, there it is. So he's a really good character to bring to that fight. And then, like, he gives you badly matching slots, so you need some sort of character to give you matching slots, and there are quite a lot of characters that can change your orbs around. Like you can see, there's lots of orb changes here, so we'll be picking one out very, very soon. And then against Shanks, right, he also gives you badly matching slots. He binds your captains for 5 turns, so with sockets it goes down to 2 turns, and 5 turns of increased defense are on the enemy side of the field as well. So the character that's really good for this fight is the Akainu, this guy right here, because he removes 5 turns of bind, and he also reduces the defense of all enemies by 100%. So yeah, he's really good, bringing him just to remove the utility. We still need some sort of orb changer on the team as well. So again, at this point here, we've actually removed all the debuffs that we need to for these bosses. So we just need to fill out the rest of the teams with whatever we need. So again, a lot of these teams are like badly matching slots, badly matching slots, badly matching slots. Now, as we said, there are lots of orb changes that you could bring. This Fujitora, 6+ Fujitora is pretty good. He changes all type slots into matching, so he could be ran on any of these teams to get orbs. This Boa Hancock also changes badly matching slots into matching. This NL changes all orbs on strength and int characters into matching, also can be used. Who else is there? I think those 3 in particular. These 3 in particular are like the best ones. I think, what do you do? Adjacent orbs into matching, adjacent orbs into matching, block and adjacent orbs into matching. I don't think there's any block orbs along here. What do you do again? Own orb into matching. This Luffy has a super type special as well. His super type special changes, I think, type slots into matching as well. So you could run Luffy as your captain with his super type special. So essentially at this point, because Big Mom already has a way, like we've already got Lucy to get the matching slots, we need to put the Boa, the NL, and the Fuji on a team. Oh, another character that I didn't even mention as well is this Kizaru. This Kizaru makes all type slots beneficial to strengthen in characters and also provides an orb boost. So that Kizaru can also be used to give you beneficial slots. Like there's so many different ways. This Cavendish as well makes quicken dex orbs beneficial to all characters for 2 turns. So if you've got a full board of strength characters, you can use him to give you beneficial slots. There's so many different ways you could go about it, right? So I think we are going to use him for the Blackbeard team. I've got my team up on the side that I was planning out. I'm just seeing if I want to make any changes here. What else have I got? This Carrot's really good because she is a strength and an int boosting captain. So again, like with this Shanks fight, there's mobs that surround him that are dex. So against the Shanks and against Blackbeard, you may want to run like a hybrid style team. So that is an option that you could go for. So I think I'm going to use Carrot for this team here. So we've got 3 strength characters already. It would be ideal to get some int characters in this team somehow. We want, let's go with Kizaru for this team against Kaido. Actually, I think it would be a bit better to actually run him on the other team against Shanks because I feel like Shanks is a little bit more difficult to take down because there's so many enemies to deal with. I feel like that would be a little bit better. Now, the 2 raid Kaidos are also here as well. One is a strength character and is a strength attack booster, and the other is an int and is an int attack booster. So you can actually run both of those characters on whatever teams you want as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that, I think. We're going to go ahead and do that, run it like that. We could run him here as well. It really depends on what we want to do. We got this Boa Hancock as well. I kind of want to fit in the team. We got this Crocodile. I guess we could fit him here. It doesn't really matter where we fit him. This Big Mom as well is a strength, quick, and int boosting captain, actually. That's pretty good. We could actually go ahead and run her here. Actually, does Kaido have a... He's got defense down immunity. Okay, that kind of sucks. You have delay immunity, because I think Big Mom requires you to have the full debuff. Yeah, all debuff protection. Does Blackbeard have it? Blackbeard does have it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So we'll run Big Mom over here, and then we'll run Carrot for this team. That makes a little bit more sense, I feel. That makes a lot more sense, actually. And remember, Carrot is actually an attack booster. If your captain is strength or int, boosts attack of all characters by 1.75 and is a chain booster. She reduces health as well. Like, she's actually really, really good. That Kizuna Carrot's very strong. So again, matching slots are guaranteed on this team. Yep. And for this team, we don't have a character to get matching slots yet. We could use NL, I suppose. NL actually would be good here because we could just use his special ability to like wave clear. Because, yeah, I mean, do you boost health? No, you don't. It would be nice if you did, actually. That'd be pretty lit. Actually, we could run Fuji as the captain because you are a health booster. We can run, you're driven, right? You are driven. You're not driven though, but you do change. Actually, you know what? Let's just do that. We could run like a driven team. Are you driven? Pretty sure you're driven. Yeah, you are. We could do that. That kind of works. Replace you, put you somewhere else, but like that. Run like an inter-driven team, and then like on the final boss fight, just use NL and we'll wave clear the final stage. I feel like that's a pretty decent way to go. And it could use Fujitora, like double Fujitora for health cuts, then use NL. Like there's lots of options here, which is really good. What else have we got here? What else have we got? We could use Carrot again somewhere else. We still need a good team against Kaido. That's actually a little bit difficult. We're getting down to that point where we don't have much to go on here. We have this Jozu, who's the Rumble character that's an orb booster. We could definitely use him there. We've got this Neko, who actually could fit on this team because Big Mom actually boosts quick characters. So even though Neko won't really help too much, it's just kind of nice to have for more points. You could actually fit on that team, I suppose. So we could use all the Rumble characters that we kind of need. What else could we do here? Now, we still need, like, int characters, but unfortunately, we're getting to that point where we have, like, no int characters left, which kind of sucks. You're an int-boosting captain, right? You're 2.75. What are you as a captain? 3.25, you're below a certain health threshold. You're a 2 times booster. You're a 2.75 times booster, so it's not the most optimal thing to run, but it could actually kind of work, because Kizaru, just with his special ability, you just get all those matching slots. It's nothing crazy. I mean, even as a captain, makes strength and int beneficial to strength and int. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that is a pretty cool effect to have. I don't know if I really like that all that much, but it's an option, I guess. And we still need like one driven character to run on this team. Carrot, I guess, could just get chucked on this team. And then we kind of need some more damage on this team. So we need some more int characters. Could run that, and then like a strength character, like this Boa. Actually, that kind of fits, right? So with this team, we have an attack booster, color affinity, orb boost, chain lock. That's pretty decent. That could work. That could work. I mean, I'm not really too phased about these bosses that much anyway. And then against the Shanks fight, I mean, we kind of need just one spot left. Are any of these characters considered driven? I think Zoro is. Yeah, you could just run that. That could kind of work. I guess I could work. I guess that works. In terms of point boost, I'm just comparing to my other teams. A couple of these other teams are actually high point boosters, I think. Yeah, a lot of them are relatively similar. A couple of them higher, one's a little bit lower, but that's fine. Now, against Akainu. Now, Akainu is relatively scary because basically with this fight is you want to be using Rare Recruit Law and Rare Recruit Boa Hancock, the strength characters that came out with the super type banner. Now, if you don't have Boa Hancock, it makes things so much more difficult because on the final stage, 5 turns of special bind, 5 turns of attack down, and then you use Chopper obviously to get rid of the threshold. So in this fight, we're going to go ahead and use Chopper as the friend captain. We're going to have Chopper as a sub. And we're going to have Nami as a sub, so it gives us like the really good point base. Then from here, we want to definitely run the Rare Recruit Boa Hancock to help for the final boss stage. Now against Fujitora on stage 2, he's going to give us 5 turns of paralysis. He gives the middle row super bomb slots, which is the new orb mechanic, and 5 turns of despair, which goes down to 2 turns with sockets. So I am definitely thinking of running Snake Man as my main captain here, which will enable us to get the Rayleigh support to remove, you know, the turns of despair, remove 2 turns of the paralysis as well. Unfortunately, there's like no good support effects we could really run on this team. And then look, there's a couple of different routes you could go with here. If you had Rare Recruit Law, you could literally just run him on the team and you could just remove all the debuffs and it makes it very, very easy. But if you want to go with more points, then it would be a little bit more wise to run something like this, for example, which is a 57.5 team against the Akainu boss fight. But it just means that on stage 2 against Fujitora that we will have to stall out the paralysis, which I'm not really too phased about because we have this Chopper. If your crew has actually, that doesn't work. Actually, does that work? No, okay, we don't have 5 strength characters. That would be kind of good if we could find a way. If we had Sabo there instead, if I had the super type Sabo, could run him there instead, and then like if you get low on HP, especially on higher nav levels, you could literally just use one of the choppers to heal you back. That's actually really good. But unfortunately, that's not going to be active. Like there's no real good support characters I can think of that can help you remove some of that paralysis for these characters in particular. So that's a little bit of a downside there, unfortunately, but I think with that being said, I mean, honestly speaking, we could probably take you out and then run you instead so that we have color affinity now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, color affinity, 1.5 color affinity. So we have attack boost, full border matching orbs, 2.5 chain lock, 1.5 color affinity. That's a lot of damage. With this team, we've got, what is that, 1.7 or 2 times? 2 times attack, 1.75 color affinity, 2 times orb boost, 2.75 chain lock. What do you do again? You're an attack booster for striker and cerebral. That's nothing great. Against Kaido, we've got orb boost. We have the full border matching orbs. We have color affinity. We have an orb boost. We have a chain booster as well if we need it. And then for this, we have health cut, and then AoE damage. And then even if we don't, like, kill, we've got an attack boost with Kaido. So that's pretty good. And then obviously we've got the Luffy and the Akainu team. So I'm relatively confident that these teams are going to work pretty well. You could definitely change some things around to have like a lower point booster teams for these ones. And just kind of like wave clear, because I know a lot of people were trying to build teams like that where you can just wave clear content. Because remember, there's only 5 stages per boss now instead of 7. So a lot of people were running characters that allowed you to do lots of AoE damage very, very quickly to just clear these bosses very, very quickly. And then you have like your really high point boosting teams versus Luffy and Akainu. That's definitely something you could do. I'm not doing that currently. I might do that in the future. I'm not really too sure yet. But either way, that's going to be the quick rundown of my personal teams for this upcoming treasure map against Luffy. So hopefully this helped you guys out a little bit and kind of gave you guys a bit of a rundown as to how I'm thinking about my personal team. So let me know down below in the comment section. Are you guys excited for this treasure map? I'm not really excited for the treasure map itself. I'm just excited for the rewards of the treasure map. I'm looking forward to stocking back up on some limit break materials, of course. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. And if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.